Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kenzie, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate everybody's love and support. Yes, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and yes, I am drinking a wonderful cup of coffee. It is the Cafe Bustelo. Oh my God, best coffee on the planet, guys. It is so good. Yep, still good. So for today's video, we are going to repot 3 plants, and I figured we would talk about something a little bit different, not plant related. We're just going to be doing planty chores. And if you're new here, this is a channel all about plants. Typically, that's what we're always going to talk about, with the occasional discussion of my house pets, which includes dogs, a ferret, and then our outdoor pets, which includes chickens, cows. That's all we have outside, chickens and cows, and a lot of wildlife. For those of you that don't know, we do own a lot of cows. We have cows on several pastures, but the ones here at the house are pets, and that's strictly what they are pets. We have 3 pet cows, Daisy, Buttercup, and Gracie, and we love them dearly. We're really hoping that Daisy's gonna have a baby next year. It'll be so exciting. She had her first calf last April, I think. And we ended up naming her calf Buttercup. And she is this beautiful caramel color cow. So we are hoping this year she'll have her first baby, but we don't know yet. But anyways, so yeah, we have cows, chickens, dogs, and a ferret. It's pretty crazy around here most days. But for the most part, we talk about plants and do planty things because that is what we're in. My plant room, you can see my plant cabinet behind me. Little planty update. I guess really it's more of a plant room update. The wood that we're hanging up on the wall behind you guys, the beigeish pink wall, the wood that we bought at Lowe's, I went ahead and I stained it. The color was supposed to be a rustic beige, and it turned out to be a rustic gray. Yeah, it's like a steel gray. Not really sure how I feel about it. The color of the stain, I don't know why I thought it was gonna stain the wood a different color. I probably should have known. They definitely mislabeled it, but I went ahead, I stained the wood anyways, and it looks okay. I'm hoping it'll match. I did 2 coats, so it's not too dark. And then today I've done 2 coats of polyurethane, and I'll probably end up doing 1 more coat. And then on Saturday, I will flip the boards over once they've completely dried, and I'll coat the bottom with polyurethane. And then that way all the sides are done. And then hopefully Monday, I will get them hung up. So today is the 29th. I'm hoping to get the bottom of the boards covered in polyurethane on Saturday, November 1st. And then hopefully Monday the 3rd, we'll get them hung up on the walls. I will try to record all that, but I have to respect Marshall, and he doesn't really want to be on camera. So you may or may not get to see us hanging the wood up. It's definitely going to be a 2-person job. So I may or may not record it. I might record, and then I'll probably end up editing a lot of stuff out, but we'll see. And then hopefully I'll have a video of all of that posted. Depending on how long the video is, I may end up doing like a plant room tour, so it'll be like a 2-in-1 video. But anyways, for today's video, we're going to pot up the Madara Snow Angel that we unboxed together a couple weeks ago. She's done really well. Look how pretty that is. That color is still Just so pretty. She's done really well, so, and I haven't seen any pests or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get her potted up into the Molly's AROID mix. And then this is the Monstera Jungle Mint. Guys, look at that leaf. Look how pretty that is. And looking down like the petiole, I can see that she's got another leaf forming, so that's super exciting. But I'm really, really happy with this plant so far. So hopefully she continues with good color. And I did unbox a plant without you guys. I'm sorry. By the time I got the plant, it was super late in the evening and I wanted to get it out of the box. Remember guys, I don't get mail at my house, so I have to get my plants at Marshall's sister's house, and she lives all the way in Lakeland, which is about an hour and a half from us. So I could technically have my plants sent to our PO box, which is about 25 minutes down the road, but our office for the PO box closes at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I worry that the plants will sit outside longer than they should. So the plants just get shipped to Marshall's sister's house. But I did buy a new plant, and like I said, I did unbox it, unfortunately without you guys. But are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Look how stinking cute. So this is a Hoya Lyi Prism. Look at the you guys know me, I'm a sucker for variegation. Look at how beautiful that is. Yeah, so pretty. So I've had her also in a little quarantine box. It's one of like those little, I don't know if you guys know, you can't see it on the screen, but underneath in my grow cabinet, you guys will see it when I bend the camera down. Underneath in my grow cabinet, there's a little plastic, like little mini greenhouses that come with like the light. And so she's been in that little box quarantining for about a week and a half or so. So we're gonna go ahead and get her into the chunky mix as well. I have a feeling she's gonna stay in this little itty bitty teeny tiny 2-inch pot, but that'll be okay. And then we can at least get her into the cabinet where the conditions are ideal. So we'll get her up potted, but I did buy this from a small business off of Palm Street from a lovely young lady named Emily, and her business is called The Rooted Vine. And this is who I bought this plant from. So shout out to Emily for having such beautiful plants. I'll definitely purchase from her again. She was so sweet. She ended up sending me a freebie intervariegated Burtonay, and that's in the cabinet, and that was just a cutting, so I have that rooting in some water. And then she sent a lovely like handwritten card. It was so nice. So shout out to Emily, your plant is beautiful, and I cannot wait to see how she grows out. But yeah, Hoya Lyi Prism. So we're gonna get her potted up, and then everybody's gonna go in my chunky mix except the Monstera. We're gonna try to put her in Leca. So I do have a 3-inch self-watering pot. Hopefully it won't affect this leaf too much. This leaf is still hardening, but we'll see. I really wanna get her out of this mix. But yeah. So on a side note, I took some cuttings of my pothos, and the pothos is a marble queen, and I've had her since about the summertime, give or take. She was much smaller, and I've taken several cuttings from her, and I've repotted them back into the pot. That way she can get all nice and bushy and full. But I took some more cuttings, and I have them here. And they've been rooting in water for God only knows how long. And I just don't know if I want to keep her in this pot or if I want to pot her up in something else. Like, I said that wrong. I don't know if I want to pot her up with the mother plant or if I just want to pot her up in a separate pot by herself. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys think I should keep her in a separate pot growing separately and just have 2 plants, or if I should just upsize this plant and combine them. Let me know what you guys think, because I don't know. I feel like most plant tea people are coffee people. Let me know in the comments below if you guys disagree or not. But anyways, all right guys, let me readjust the camera settings and get you guys so you can see everything. I really need to get a chair. That way I can sit and always be in frame. Maybe one day I'll get like a bar stool, because the back side of this table lifts up. It's technically an island. So maybe I'll get a bar stool and then I'll just switch my whole setup around. That way I can at least sit. Okay, for the first plant, we are gonna go ahead and do this pretty Hoya Lyi Prism. Get this one out of the way. I have a small feeling that she isn't gonna have much of a root system. Let me grab a bin to dump the soil in. When she came in the mail, she was super wobbly in this little cup. So I feel like it was a cutting rather than a rooted plant, which is fine. I can deal with either. Oh, definitely a cutting. It may have said cutting on the description when I purchased it, but I wasn't sure. But those are her roots. Little itty bitty, teeny tiny things. Like, look at that little root there. And then she's got the couple here. So yeah, she is gonna go in this thing. A part of me says I probably should have left her, but I wasn't quite sure. I think it'll be okay. We are going to find some of the finer stuff in here. And let me grab. So yeah, wood should be done on Monday. Okay guys, so let's talk about something a bit different. We're gonna talk about favorite TV shows. I understand that it's not planty related, but let's also just keep in mind that we don't live by a schedule. You know, this is a very chill, laid back repot. So if you got stuff that you need to get done, you know, have this on as background noise or whatever. We're gonna talk about our favorite TV shows though, at least my favorite TV shows. And I have a sneaky suspicion that because the majority of my viewers are probably women, we probably have relatively the same TV shows, if I had to guess. And I will tell you that my favorite TV show is Outlander. I know, it's definitely a woman. Well, actually, all of the TV shows I'm getting ready to name are all women shows. I can't imagine very many men are gonna watch the shows that I'm getting ready to list off. But Outlander, such a wonderful, wonderful TV show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you see it. I have watched the series so many times. There are probably some scenes that I can repeat like the words, you know. I've seen the series so many times. It's sometimes like when I'm house cleaning. Such a wonderful TV series. The character growth in that series is top notch. If you haven't seen it, I'm really sorry. It's definitely a TV show that you should watch. In all honesty, I think it's better. This is going to be an extremely unpopular opinion. And I already know it's an unpopular opinion, but it's better than Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I don't know. The character growth, character dynamic, who they chose for the characters is amazing. The chemistry between the characters is just top notch. It is just so good. I have not seen the new like spin-off series, I think it's The Blood of My Blood. I have not seen that. I hear amazing things about it. It is just not a show that I have gotten around to watch, but I promise you it is on my list. It is on my list. If anybody has seen it, let me know what you think of it. Also, if you are an Outlander fan, let me know in the comments because I too am an Outlander fan. Jamie and Claire just have such the best just relationship. You know, and it's so funny because in the beginning, I really wanted Claire to get back to Frank. For the longest time, I was rooting for her. And then there just came a point where you kind of forgot about Frank, which I know is like horrible to say, but you low-key forgot about Frank and you were just more worried about Jamie and Claire and what Jamie and Claire were doing. Yeah, and then, you know, she would make comments about going back to Frank and you were almost sad about it. And I don't really know, maybe it's just me that feels that way. But I can tell you, I definitely did not want her to go back to Frank. I wanted her to stay with Jamie. If you haven't seen it, well, I'm sorry. I just gave away a lot of details. Okay, so I have this little prop pin that I'm gonna put in its little bat. Look how cute that is. Very festive for Halloween. I don't know why I thought she was rooted, but I probably should have known when I got her in the pot and it was extremely wobbly, but it will be okay. I'll probably end up leaving her in the little container that I have. That way she gets that high humidity. And then eventually I'll get her into the plant cabinet, but we're gonna let her soak up all this water, not all of it, but most of it. And then yeah, we'll get her into the plant cabinet. I may end up putting, I have a small heat mat. I may put a small heat mat underneath of that. I genuinely thought it was rooted, but it's okay. Okay, next plant. We are going to do the Madara Snow Angel. All right, next favorite TV show. My next favorite TV show is Sweet Magnolias. I just love the characters. I love the actresses that they chose. I love the, you know, the actors. Everybody is just, I don't know. I almost want to say relatable. All right, guys, she does not have growth points yet. Nothing yet, but those are her roots. She's also gonna go in this little 3-inch pot. I wasn't sure if she could fit in a 4-inch, but definitely a 3. Yeah, Sweet Magnolias, such a good TV show. Once again, it's a girl's girl TV show. There is, I can't imagine very many men watch it, but so good. The character growth, character dynamic is just amazing. It's just like that small town homey vibe that I like. Yeah, it's just a good show. I enjoy it. I've been watching that since the beginning and yeah, I don't know, I really like it. Outlander, I kind of was a little late to the game. I started that during COVID, but I've since watched it multiple times. Sweet Magnolias, I've also watched multiple times, and it still just gets, I don't know, it just gets better and better every time you watch it. The character growth with all of the ladies is just nice. And I think it's just, I feel like they go through like normal problems that not everybody goes through, but you know, certain groups of people probably go through. And, or maybe there are people out there that have gone through some of like the struggles that they go through. And so I just feel like their issues are more like relatable, which I like. Granted, I mean, we all know it's a drama TV series, but it's not, you know, it's not science fiction like Outlander. All right, next favorite TV show. I feel like there's something I'm missing that I watch, but my next favorite one right now is Virgin River. And I'm very eager for that to come out. I've been watching that since it came out, and just so good. The character dynamics. The character that plays Jack, I really like him as an actor. I don't know if he plays in anything else, but I also really like Mel as an actor. I don't know her. I don't know their real life names, but I like them, and I think their acting is good. I wish they played in other things, but Virgin River, look how pretty that is. Oh, those minty tones right there just get me. So pretty. Yeah, I don't know. The character growth, I like shows that have good character growth. If there's not good character growth, then sometimes it's just boring. You know, I like to see like the evolution of the characters and how they go from, you know, needy and annoying to confident, and now they're the people that others need, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's good to see like that character turnaround, like, you know, because there's definitely characters on Virgin River that I didn't care for that now I like, if that makes sense. I don't know, guys, any of these TV shows that I've mentioned, let me know in the comments below if these are also TV shows that you guys like. What's another good TV show? Oh, another good one, Sullivan's Crossing. Very unexpected. It was so nice to see Chad Michael Murray play in a TV show that I guess technically that's more mature. You know, I think the last thing that I can remember him playing in was, what is it, A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. Good to see him playing something for, you know, adults. And, you know, I don't know. Okay, so the next plant we're gonna do is the Monstera Jungle Mint. And she's gonna go in this little 3-inch self-watering pot. But yeah, it was good to see Chad Michael Murray play in, you know, like an actual TV show versus, you know, like a Disney movie. And then I'm drawing a blank on his name, but everybody's gonna know who I'm talking about if you've seen it. The guy, like the father, he also plays in Gilmore Girls. So that actor, I'm drawing a blank on his name. It was really, really, really good to see him play in something other than Gilmore Girls. I don't know if he's played in anything else. I couldn't tell you. But it was good to see him, you know, play a different role. All right, guys, I don't know what the roots look like. I can tell you this is the only root that I can see, is this big old long one here. So I don't know what the rest of this plant looks like, but we're about to find out. I do hope this leaf does okay though. I'm hoping, I wanted to get it into self-watering before the next leaf comes in. Oh, this actually has a pretty good root system. I say pretty good, it's better than what I thought it was gonna be. We'll have to rinse these roots off though. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, Sullivan's Crossing, if you have seen it, oh my God, guys, the ending of the, what is that, the first season? Ending of the second season? You know, they were doing so good with What the heck is her name? I keep wanting to say Mel, but that's off of Virgin River. I'm drawing a blank on her name, the main character's name. But her and I think Chad Michael Murray's character's name is Cal. I don't know. I'll put their names on the screen because I can't remember to save my life. Anyways, their love story was going so great and so wonderful. And then they threw that big old wrench there in at the end. And that was not pleasing for this viewer. You know, I understand it's a drama TV show, but you couldn't give the drama to somebody else. You got to give it to the two of them, like the female character. What the heck is her name? I'm drawing a blank. You don't think she's been through enough? Poor thing. She was, you know, sued, essentially sued, lied to, betrayed by her stepdad. Like, that's already a lot of drama. All right, so that's the roots. So she actually has a pretty good root system. This is the chunk that she's growing from. So it's a pretty good sized chunk. The chunk does have good variegation, so hopefully it will continue. Yeah, those roots look so good. Look at those. So yeah, I think she'll do okay in a self-watering pot. But if not, then we'll just put her back into soil, right? Let me go wash these roots off and I'll be right back. So yeah, she should do okay. They're not super clean. I mean, they're as clean as I could get them without ripping the roots off. Some people take like a toothbrush, like a soft toothbrush, and go to the roots. I'm not doing that. I didn't do it with my other plants. Eventually, some of these roots are gonna die. You unfortunately cannot save all of them, but I will hope that some new roots will grow in. And it's a nice clear pot. Try to get that whole chunk in there. I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, the end of Sullivan's Crossing. Yeah, they really threw that wrench in there, didn't they? At the end, they couldn't just let the happy couple be happy. No, they had to disrupt the happiness and cause some drama, which I understand. It's a drama TV series. It's supposed to be like that, but you know, sometimes I just want no drama and it just be perfect, but I understand that's not how that works. Anyways, I think that looks okay, right? Think she'll do okay in this, guys? I'm not really sure. We definitely are winging this one. Hopefully she does okay. We will put some water in this. These pots do have windows, so I can see where the water level is, unlike the last pots that we used. Yeah, well, hopefully she'll be okay. I'll stick her in the plant cabinet and hopefully she'll do okay. If not, then we will put her back in soil, but I really wanna try to keep all my Monsteras in semi-hydro. All right, let me clean up real quick and I'll be right back. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Today, just a recap, we not only talked about our favorite TV shows, or really my favorite TV shows. There's several more that I've been watching. You know what, real quick. I just started watching The Discovery of Witches. Sci-fi, I do love sci-fi TV shows. And I'm sad that there's only 3 seasons. I just started it and it's very addicting. Not sure if anybody else watches it or has seen it, but yeah, let me know in the comments below what your favorite TV shows are, and if anybody on here watches the ones that I listed. I'd be interested to know that I'm not alone and that there's other people out there in the world that also watch these. A little bit different. Figured it was probably a little bit better than talking about certain plant stuff that I've already mentioned previously in other videos. But yeah, anyways, guys, so just a recap of what we did. We went ahead, we potted up this Hoya Lyi Prism. And she is almost completely watered through. I'll let her soak up some more of this water. And then we potted up the Madara Snow Angel. Here we go. And she'll sit in this for a bit until she's watered through. And then we also potted up the Monstera Jungle Mint. Guys, I cannot get over that first leaf that she's popped out in my care. How amazing is that? Hopefully she does well, but if she doesn't, she will definitely let me know. And if that's the case, then we'll go ahead and put her in back into soil, or maybe we'll do stratum to soil. We might go that route if she doesn't do well, but knock on wood, hopefully she does well. But all these plants are gonna go back into, I say back in, all these plants are gonna go into the plant cabinet where the conditions are a little bit more ideal than they are out here. Currently, the cabinet is 79 degrees with humidity being at 71. I did water yesterday, so that's why the humidity is so high. As far as the temperature, it's actually a pretty cool day here in good old Central Florida. It is 75, I think, which I know all you northerners, I know 75 is not cold. Typically, that's like ideal temperatures, but here in Central/South Florida, 75 really is chilly. It's like a wet cold. So it'll be interesting to see how the plant room does this winter. I have a sneaky feeling that I may have to get a small heater and put in the opposite corner over there to help try to heat up the room. And then the room itself is at 74. Yeah, 74 degrees, and the humidity in here is 65. So they're still about the same. But yeah, we'll see how the plants do. They're gonna all go in the plant cabinet though. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody's love and support. Hopefully you guys got some planty chores done as well. Anyways, like I said, I know the conversation on today's video was a bit different, but it kind of beats talking about plants all the time, even though that's what this channel is all about, is plants. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody's love and support. Don't forget to hit that like button and click that notification bell. That way you always know when I post a video, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.